this has its own magic.
What's up, everybody? It's the Clear Vision Podcast. You got my boy Trevo.
What's cracking?
My dog Eli.
What up?
And it's me, John. And we have a splendid. Yeah, I don't ever introduce myself.
Yeah, man, you deserve an introduction. We got my guy John.
Praise God.
There he is.
I'm excited for this episode. This is something different. We haven't went this direction before. We've had queens on, our queens on.
Right.
But we haven't had, I don't want to call you random.
Yeah, random.
But it's like outside of, like
our home,
outside the house.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Trev, you're a lot closer to this person than us. If you want to give us
so we have a hometown hero.
They're legends.
The very elegant, very graceful, Miss Makayla Bichette.
There we go.
She happens to be my cousin.
Wow.
So
We don't know how, but it's in there.
It's one
of those black cousins things.
I promise, bro. It went down just like this. My mama was like, "Now you see that girl over there? That's your kinfolk. So don't be trying to, go over there and kiss on her. That's your cousin." Which was important because a lot of these people don't be knowing who their family is.
Yeah, that's scary,
crazy. But man, Makayla, thank you so much.
Makayla,
thank you guys for having me here.
Now, before we get, Trev, where can they find us at?
You can find us at YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, leave a comment. Anywhere you listen to your podcast, we are also there, all podcast stores. So leave a 5-star rating, put somebody on. Praise God.
There we go.
Yeah.
Eli,
yes, sir.
Listener letters.
Hey man, we haven't had one yet, huh?
I'm about to fire my mama up.
I'm about to fire my mama up.
We got some comments.
She watches every episode and she ain't, mama, listen letter. All right, clearvisionpod@gmail.com. Tell everybody how much you love me and how I'm your favorite child out of 4. So,
wow.
Go ahead.
What happens if you don't, Eli?
I'm salty there. So I'll put it on the line right now. No, clearvisionpod@gmail.com. Hit us up with a topic. Let us know if we said something crazy. Let us know if you agree. And just let us know if you want to just show us some love. We had a couple of listeners where they just wanted to give us our flowers. So, and also if you want to be on the pod, clearvisionpod@gmail.com. Hit us up.
There we go. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at ClearVisionPod. Facebook as well.
Facebook
Clear Vision Podcast on Facebook.
Praise God.
That's Eli. Eli runs that.
He always puts that out there
Eli runs that one.
Like, so whatever you see, it's all Eli.
But and I do want to give Makayla the opportunity. Makayla, you want to introduce yourself,
please,
to the visionaries.
So my name is Makayla. I am 26 years old. I'm a licensed cosmetologist.
Come on,
in Midwest City, located in Midwest City. I just opened my shop. Probably
congratulations.
In July, it's really big, a little check mark off the list.
You got the address? Can you put the address on?
Ooh,
it's all
we'll get back later.
I don't know. So I'm on East Reno, over there by the YMCA. It's in the Dub. I just opened that in July, and it's been really good. Definitely something that I was scared to do. Definitely a step of faith for sure. And it's been beautiful. I wish I would have did a little bit earlier. I told you that.
Yeah.
I wish I did a little bit earlier, but it's timing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Time is always
really
perfect.
God's timing.
It's been really good.
Yeah, it is.
So that's what I do every day.
There we go. What's your Instagram?
Makayla, my hair page.
Yeah,
hair page, HAIRMAKD. It's my hair page, my business page, and then Makayla Marquette is my.
There we go. Y'all make sure y'all go follow her.
Praise God.
Tell exactly what he said.
Just called it
exactly what he said. Wow.
Shout out to Santiago for the
warning. They didn't do nothing.
We good. But man, make sure y'all go follow her, man. She's a visionary. Y'all are visionaries. Visionaries got to get together and create a bigger vision, I would think.
Absolutely. Makes sense.
Homie therapy, man. So Makayla, this is our segment where we just basically go about our last 2 weeks. How's it been? Has it been good? Has it been rough? Transformative? Is it boring as hell? And what? Thanksgiving was how long ago?
Last week.
It was in that.
Yeah,
it was
within the last 2 weeks.
So, man, I guess how was y'all Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving, man. Well, you're looking at me, so I'll start, man. I was in El Paso for Thanksgiving, so it was good, man. Spent some time with my father-in-law. Good. Kids was good. We just kind of chilled, watched movies, and watched football, man. It was a great Thanksgiving. My past week, man, I've been busy. I've been out doing extra to get money for this Christmas baby we got coming in January. So
how many kids you got?
I'm about to have 3.
Okay.
So I got 2 boys. Super busy, man. I got 2 boys, and then we don't know yet.
It's a girl.
Let's say it's a girl. I would hope it's a girl. I do want a girl to calm everything down in the house, hopefully, because my niece is wild. She's a thug. She be running it. But man, I've been busy, man. I've been grinding, and I've been here's one thing I do want to say. We got to stop using that word grinding, though, to be honest, because the word grinding means to wear down. You know what I mean? We have to stop grinding, honestly. Like and not to say that women don't have hard labor jobs, but if you think about it, you go to the store, you see 2 65-year-old couples. Right. The man always has like a walker or, a cane, and the ladies just, she's helping them out, helping them out and stuff like that. But like I said, not to say that women don't work hard, but I'm just saying, like, back in the day, men used to work those, their bodies into and we still feel like, and I'm an old school guy, my wife's a stay-at-home mom, but we have to, anybody, just for men and women, you have to remember to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself and get some sleep. Don't be in the grind. I know grinding is necessary sometimes, but give yourself some rest, give yourself some grace, and take care of yourself. Because it's important to take care of yourself. I do love that. I have been grinding these past 2 weeks, but I'm blessed to be able to take care of myself. I'm staying in motion. So, and you in the gym. And I'm in the gym. And I'm in the gym. But the grinding literally means to wear down. So let's make sure we're not grinding.
Remember, the Bible said the tongue is mightier than the sword.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So what we say comes reality.
It does. And I don't want to be 50 and 60 and 70, and I've just worked too hard to where I can't enjoy life still. You know what I mean?
Bro. That's big. Hell yeah.
That's my past 7 days or 14 days. So
there we go. Trevor, how about you, brother?
I'm doing great, bro. I don't have much to report. Just good family time. I did have a big work accomplishment. The application that I've been building. I'm a software developer, by the way. People that don't know.
Big money trend.
I've been building a web app for my company for like the past year and a half, and it just went live yesterday.
Wow. There we go. Congratulations, Trey.
Yeah, man. So, when it's time for promotions, I'll be able to just be like,
here you go.
There we go. This is complete. I'll put it on the screen and let them know what's up. So,
here we go.
That's doing good. I'm just so happy you're on the podcast. I want to go back real quick. If you
go ahead, man.
So my son goes to her, bro, gets his hair done, hair trimmed, hairstyled.
Sweetest kid.
And I just want to say, her shop, the experience, like, it's the best shop that I've ever been into. On God. And so I'm not even trying to gas you up. But I'm telling y'all, if you need your hair done, if you need your kids' hair done,
braids.
She does braids. She does
they
locks. Like she was being a little bashful about it, but she's really cold. Yeah. She's really cold, and your shop is wonderful, and we really look forward to go to your shop.
Yeah. I love when y'all come.
Yeah.
The whole family be pulling up. I'll be like,
popping
it's really crazy to see y'all with like families. Like just from like high school, I'm like, and I don't have no kids. I don't have no husband. I am. I definitely am. But it's so crazy to see y'all with families. So.
Yeah.
Like whole families, building families, married generations, and doing good. Like that's.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. But yeah, I really love your shop. So yeah, man, that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to let her know, like, she's doing her thing. She's shining.
Hell yeah.
And that's why you're here.
Because
you're shining.
There we go.
Thank you.
But talk to me, man. How you been?
Oh man, I've been good. I had a good 2 weeks. Seen family. Went to Ardmore. My Mimi. That's, if y'all know, that's where I was born. That's where half my family live, is Ardmore. We was out there kicking it. Got to see my cousin. Came back. We had 3 Thanksgivings.
Wow, they good.
Yeah. It was a good time. I had a good time, man. It was good seeing all the family. Went to my pops. Went to Carrie's side. It was a good time, man. It was a good time. And make sure y'all say some prayers for Carrie's family.
Okay.
Yeah, some stuff going on. So.
For sure.
Yeah.
Already done.
Yeah. Praise God. You're a good man. No, everything's good, man. I can't complain, man. Satira, she's standing up.
What?
Yeah.
Satira, she's scary.
Standing up at what age?
6 months, bro.
6 months, bro.
Standing up.
Nigga, she about to be
running the house for real.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
6 months is crazy.
She's standing up, bro.
She's different.
She's different, bro. But yeah,
that's girls.
Yeah, man, life's good. Yeah, girls
quicker.
They just move quicker, bro. Yeah.
Better.
Makayla, what about that?
I hope so. I hope this next one's a girl, man. 'Cause I be looking at my boys sometimes like,
y'all cool, but
why would you do that? Like, why would you do that?
Yeah, but Makayla, how about you? How was your 2 weeks?
So my Thanksgiving went really well too. It was my first time. I just bought a house in
Come on,
man. We've been on it. This year has been really, really good for me.
Wow.
Really good for me.
It's her tone for me.
I gotta be more excited.
You have to.
I gotta be more excited.
Celebrate yourself.
Yeah. That's something I'm working on right now.
It's all good.
But yeah,
What
I have
is
my
it you're
family.
working on?
Being more excited
Oh,
about my accomplishments.
Enthusiastic about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I'm very just grateful. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I
humble.
know anything can be taken at any time. So when I speak on it, it's like we are here. Like, I understand what could happen. So
yeah.
That's real.
if I get too high, but I am grateful, you know.
Yeah.
But I had my family over. Like I hosted my first Thanksgiving.
tight.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I felt grown.
The Thanksgiving at your
the
crib?
crib,
Did you
yeah.
cook something?
That's crazy.
I did.
What'd you
I
cook?
was in charge of the ham. And it was fire. It was fire.
It's ham over turkey for me. I love
Brown sugar,
brown sugar, honey, all that stuff.
Come on,
yeah.
Let her cook, not you.
Yeah.
I'm cold, by the way.
Nah, Trevor definitely get behind the grill.
Play, bro.
Trevor going crazy.
It's Makayla's turn, man.
No, go ahead. But yeah, so that was really good. Being able to see my whole family there, that's definitely been something that since I was growing up.
I'd have been crying, honestly.
Yeah, when I look around at my family,
that's an achievement.
They're my people.
Yeah.
You know? And it was just really good having them in that space.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, everything's been really good. Business is good.
Yeah.
I just got back from vacation with my siblings.
Where'd y'all go?
We went to Vegas.
God.
And it was just a good little bonding experience.
Yeah.
Got to knock a couple of things off of our list to do as a family, and it's been really good. I ain't got
Good.
no complaints.
Oh,
Ate good.
Yeah.
There you go.
All of the stuff.
There you go.
That's
Man.
wonderful.
Wow, that is amazing.
Well, I'm glad y'all had a great Thanksgiving. It sounds good all across the board, man.
Flourishing.
Now,
Positivity.
there is something I told Trev, there's something I got to get off my chest.
Come on, man. That's why we're here.
Before we start the topic,
That's why we're here, bro.
I heard.
there's something I want to get off my chest. And it's not really a hot topic.
Yeah.
But it's just some thoughts.
I saw.
I feel like something in our society that we're dealing with, bro. The internet's already a bad place.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody who can't think for themselves plus the internet, it's a dangerous world.
Yeah.
There's narratives, bro. For example, like we talked about last pod, Jada and Will, right? When the stuff comes out, right? Even you could date this back to the Red Table Talk of August Alsina. What, 2020, 2021?
Yeah, something like that.
People still have this narrative about that situation in 2023, despite everything else that's come out about. This is just an example, but about everything surrounding that situation is still negative criticism about Jada.
Yeah.
Now, the book that just came out, right, that debunks everything that everybody thought they knew about this woman. This comes out, and people are so attached to that first narrative.
Yep.
They're attached to everything they probably said about her, everything they believed about her. Even though it's wrong, they're still so attached to it. That ego can't say, "Damn, I was wrong as hell."
Yeah.
That
What
is
did
the point, bro.
what did I talk about? What did I mention 3 weeks ago when we talked about it? Gratification over grace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, people rather be right
Mm-hmm.
and than actually believe the truth and give somebody some grace. Somebody that you don't even know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They rather be dang near
And
toxic. They rather believe that somebody's life is that messed up.
I don't even think they believe it. I think it's you have to come down and be able to admit that you're wrong. And I think that
That's the
plays
hard
into
part.
everything with people doing wrong by people. And you've pretty much talked on social media all the time about how wrong Jada is. Talk to your homies, talk to this, talk to that, and then have to go back and backtrack it. you got to do some soul searching for yourself. Like that's deeper than you don't even know Jada.
Yeah,
it's probably happening in all of your relationships.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know how to apologize. You don't know how to come clean. You don't know how to do none of that.
You don't know how to be wrong is the key, bro.
Yeah, that
Being
is the key.
wrong is a crucial step to growth. You got to be wrong.
Humility, bro.
Yeah, you got to be wrong to know how to be right.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah, because I mean, if you hold on to that, you can't ever be like. Now you gotta stick with it. You don't have to, but now they're like, man, I said she was a hoe. I gotta stick with that.
But that's a skill.
That happens.
Both sides,
all the time, bro.
like negatively and positively, like learning how to be wrong and admit that you're wrong. That's a skill. Listening is a skill. Like these things are like behavioral skills that you have to kind of grow and do work on yourself. Someone can tell you something like, over and over again, but really until you decide that like you want to be a better person, it's a skill that you have to go through, if you want to go develop those skills, man, in that process of really just, letting your pride go and, just being real.
Yeah.
Being toxic is cool now.
That's a shame, though. That's bad.
That's another part of it. Like you can't be calm. You can't be happy. Being positive is like,
No, I know. Yeah.
Nobody want to hear all that positive.
It's crazy. She's saying that, but even this podcast, bro, I get that feedback from people. Bro, people close to me like, bro, y'all gotta cover this. I'm
y'all too positive.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Be like, bro, you gotta catch the eye, bro. The only way you're gonna catch the eye is if you talking, you gotta create controversy.
It's just let me tell everybody out there why we don't promote negativity. Because once we start that shit, the only people that's gonna want to watch us is people that want to hear negative shit.
And we don't need that crowd.
We don't want those kind of people.
That's not the audience we want.
Yeah, so
it's not clear vision.
That's
the opposite of clear vision.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I mean, I just said all that to say like, the internet's already a dangerous place, but if you can't think for yourself, bro, it becomes that's a scary world we're gonna live in.
Yeah.
Because like we talked about, bro, it's simply the Jada stuff. Like the Jada stuff was so bad, and then once you actually you ask the 10 people that commented on how fucked up Jada is, I bet you 10 of them didn't read her book.
At all.
I'm telling you.
Reading the book is a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
Niggas need to read.
Trev been on me about that.
Niggas need to read.
He's got a book for me.
I want to take this time real quick, bro.
I don't be reading either. I got a book that's been in my car. Don't read it. I be scrolling. Sitting in the parking lot scrolling.
I don't want to take too much time on this, but I just want to encourage all to read. It don't have to be this 500,
Trev, tell them what you do a week, bro.
I read 5 pages a day. That's my discipline. I try to get it before I go to bed, or if I go take a number 2,
there we go.
I got a book on my toilet.
Yeah.
And then instead of taking my phone out.
That's a smart.
I'm giving you your book back.
Yeah. Got a little crumb on it.
A little stain on that page. I knew it was something.
Just read the damn book. Read the book, man. Anyways, bro,
wash your hands after you read it.
To John's point, the internet, media, all this information that's just being poured into us.
Yeah,
we don't have to try to receive information anymore.
Yeah.
Book is a classic way for you to intentionally pull information out of a source, and it will stick longer. It sticks, which allows you to be more curious about things, challenge your thoughts. Like you're saying, we're just speaking on someone that don't know how to be wrong. If you're never challenging your brain, you're never challenging your thoughts, you're never curious, you're going to think you're right. You're going to think you know everything. That's why I read self-help books and things, because I'm like, I can get better.
Yes.
I can get better.
Yes.
In all facets of life. So I love reading. I try to read 5 pages a day. Praise God.
At least. We do our accountability calls every Monday, and that's at least 5, So if you sit down and you read 10 pages because you feel like, damn, I like this book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The goal is to become a reader, not just read. Because once you read, if you just want to read a book, and once you're done with that book, you feel like I'm done.
Yeah.
And then Eli, watch this, bro. When we get older and our kids, it's like, Daddy, what do I do in this situation? What I'm going to tell Jaden is I'm going to go to my bookshelf. I'm going to say, read this book. And when you finish it, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
It's like that movie stuff.
It's a great plan.
See that in the movies.
Yeah, like Furious. Boys of the Hood.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, guys, so that's all I need to say. Erykah Badu said, the one who knows something knows they know nothing at all.
That's right.
And so us thinking we know something
Know everything.
And I'm gonna have to be the damn title of the podcast. Praise God.
Yeah, but anyway,
and stop digging so closely into these people's lives because y'all don't know them for real.
Why are we so worried about other people?
Why are we so? That's my biggest issue, bro.
Why are we so
and
worried
that's so hard
about
as
it?
a podcast because we kind of have to be at least educated on the situation, but.
To let it control everything.
Yeah.
I think it's cool to like
Some
learn about
really
something. It's like to be able to have the conversation, especially like what y'all do. But to let that really rap and you really over here defending their entire life.
And they don't know anything about you or
they don't even know your name.
They
don't know your name.
I give people what they tell me. I don't go past that. I don't try to read between the lines. If you say you didn't do this, who am I to say, no, he did, he lied, he did. Because you don't know nothing.
You wasn't there?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, well, they said, I remember I was getting an argument, I know Kyrie hate KD, he ruined his legacy.
Oh, you know
no. I know KD hate Kyrie because Kyrie was skipping games. Yeah. He ruined KD legacy. I'm like, how you know that? KD hate him. He said that was one of his favorite teammates. He's like, man, he just saying that for the media. Like, how do you know? And he was so adamant, bro. It was on the game.
That's
he was
just more stress to you.
Yeah.
But anyway.
No reason.
Focus on your own life.
Yeah, man. Focus on our own life, man. That's big. So, Makayla, you're the first, like I said, out the house guest that we've had on the podcast. And it's really exciting. I'm curious. I don't talk to many women in my life. And I was just, a lot of people are curious, like, you're single, right? That's what you said. You're a single business owner, home owner. Why are you single still?
It's rough.
It's rough. What are you really seeing from the men today?
So I was raised old school. My mom and my dad are older. Cause they used to be called my grandparents, like when I was growing up. Like they're both 60 years old, and I was just raised different. And I think it's just hard to find a work ethic in a man. And when I say like a work ethic, I'm not talking about want a job, but a man that actually like courts you. We don't even know what like courtship is. You know what I mean? Now we don't know. It's a DM.
Yeah, that's crazy.
DM's crazy.
It's an egg. You want to go eat, then after you want to come over, like you want one time. You know, that's not me getting to know you. That's not me seeing how you move and how you operate, you know, in different environments. I think it's very big to like pay attention on how he treats other people. Like me, you're going to treat me nice. You know what I mean? Like we can sit in the house all day or whatever, and you're going to treat me how you want me to feel like you're treating me. But when we go out to a restaurant, how are you treating that waiter? You know what I mean? Like, are you rude, or are you making eye contact with them? Are you brushing them off? Like there's somebody on the street. Are you working around them? Are you like, it's bigger than like just, hey, what's up? You know, it's trying actually dating and like dating. Of course I want to be married one day. You know what I mean? I'm 26, don't have no kids. That biological clock is ticking. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm good. I'm not rushing it, but it's just.
But that's a big.
It's a thing though.
Bro.
That is a thing.
I've heard a lot of like it. It's not a rush, right? I'm not saying rush, but at the end of the day, high risk is 35 to give birth.
Really, like you pushing it at like 33. And I'm like,
kids.
For children.
Imagine if you want 4 kids and you're 30 now, you got till 33 is high risk. You like, damn.
And that's something that men don't have to worry about.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's and that's why, that sucks because and what she said, like just how she backtracking on how she mentioned that, just you know. How do he treat other people? You know what I mean? That's huge because a lot of people be like, man, I'm so surprised. I had no clue that he was gonna like, you know, treat my family like crap, or he was gonna, you know, be so rude to, you know, strangers and this and that. And like, you know, all that stuff is important because your kids, if you do have kids with a person, they're gonna watch your every move, like mom and dad. They're gonna see how you treat other people. Are you helping other people when you're out, or are you like being a, you know, so that's
I think we just waste a lot of time because, well, at least dating. It goes from like, all right, even a lot of guys won't even like try to date you for real. Like the first link is like, hey bro, come to the house, we can watch a movie. Like, no, I don't want to do that. You know,
we just talked about that.
But if you get past, if he goes and he takes you on a date, about the second, third time, it's like, come to the house, let's chill. Like, and then when you allow that to happen, that becomes a habit. Because now you've already entered that level of like comfort, that level of like, this is cool, that level of like, I don't really have to get to know you. If we just sitting there watching movies all day, y'all know what happened whenever you Netflix and chill. You Netflix and chill. Are you still watching? Literally. Yeah. And so like the whole idea of like truly getting to know somebody, the fun part is taking out of it. And then we go into the cycle of like whenever you're dating long term, it's like, oh, it's boring. Well, y'all don't really know each other for real. Like y'all don't have experiences together or
y'all ran out of movies to
watch. I watch them all day in the shop by myself. I don't really need to come to the crib. I don't even like watching movies.
Are your parents still married?
My parents have been married for 29 years.
Wow. So you've seen like a successful
I know what it is.
Yeah. That's key, bro. Yeah.
I know. Not saying I've been perfect with my choices because they ain't been the best. You know what I mean? But I know. Yeah. And the thing is like even talking to God, I've had to become very specific. I think that is very important too. Like now trying to find a person that I want to spend the rest of my life with is like being very specific about what I want. And those things aren't like materialistic things. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I need a man that got, I think that's everyone's 6-7 figures. You know what I'm saying? Like got a good job, got this, got that, gonna spoil me. But like, who is he as a person? Like how does he treat his family? How does he love his family? How does he show me that? Like, what is his goal? Why does he get up?
Do you have a different like? So when you say you do go on a date, because that's what I was kind of talked about in like I think season 2 or whatever. I was talking about being direct. I think we had a similar topic, and I was talking about. I think it's okay for the first date you ask somebody if they want kids. Yeah, if you ask somebody what they believe in, what's because when we're 22 or 21, maybe I'm tripping. But sometimes you're at a moment in life or a time in life where you're mature. Yeah. You're like, I don't want to, like you said, I don't want to waste no time. So have your has your dating approach been obviously changed from like when you were in your 20s or 19, 18 to...
Most definitely. Yeah. And when I see the red flags, as we love to say so heavily now, I don't want it. Yeah. It's more so of an intolerance. Like, and because I have dated in the relationships that I've been in, I feel like, again, my relationship is really close with God. And so like before, like in college and stuff, I used to like ignore like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see it, but maybe, God, I'd be like, God, if this ain't the one for me, then show me. He showed me, I'd be like, nah, nah. Yeah. But now it's like, no, God, I prayed about it literally the next day. And I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? Like it's listening as well, slowing down, being patient enough to listen.
Right.
So dating now is a lot different. I feel like I should be able to ask you, do you want kids? Yeah. What do you want with your life? What direction are you going in?
He always says something that's BJ be saying.
I wish BJ was here, man.
BJ says his mom always told him, don't fall in love with potential. Yeah. And I think that's kind of is cold because what you saying.
I seen a little post that said, come potent. Don't show it with no potential. I already be potential. Whenever you pull up. And
so like that's like you're saying, it's like I like what you do. You say you watch and you like once you see the red flag, boom. It's a red flag, but I think I could work on that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think
that's where I've wasted the most time.
Trying to fix like
I don't feel like I try to change people. Like I definitely feel like I accept them where they are.
Yeah. Right.
But it's a matter of like working with you. Like I can be patient. Some things are qualities of people and you can't be patient enough with them. Like that's just who they are. Yeah. And I don't necessarily judge. I used to, but like now it's more so like I can't say that's who you are entirely. That's just where you're at right now.
That's where you're at right now.
That's my favorite thing to say. Like that's how I literally think about men in general. That's not maybe who you are. You may not be a bad guy. That's just where you are right now. Those are the choices, the level of maturity that you have for the way that you handle your relationships is how you're doing this. Can't say you won't be like, I can do. Like, but that's not what you're doing. Yeah. And how you show up is how you show up. And I hope that you're showing up fully as yourself, but I ain't here to make you be nobody that you don't want to be, like in a situation to where like you're not trying. You can't call me. You know what I mean? You don't show up for me. Yeah. You don't support what I do. I've had men that have told me not to take clients past a certain, like these clients was here before you. You know what I mean? Like, and you're uncomfortable. Insecurities in men are big too. You know what I mean? And I work with men every day.
Kendrick said grown men with daddy issues.
Yeah, give the women a break.
Yeah.
Let's give our women a break. Yeah.
So I think it's big for me too. I know if you don't come correct the first time, the attraction is gone.
Yeah.
And that's something I'm trying to decide if that is a good thing or a bad thing. But I feel like if you wanted me, they always say you would.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you wanted me, you would at least show that you did from the very beginning. And if you don't know if you do from the very beginning, why are you here?
So with that, I'm gonna just have a little rebuttal, right? Because my pops always taught me, right? You don't gotta. One thing I feel like, which is probably why it's men having a hard time with women. Well, just everything going is we don't know how to just be friends with a woman. Platonic friendships, I think, are healthy. I think they're possible. Me and Carrie been friends since middle school. Yeah, she was cute, but never was man, I'm trying to get this girl. I'm trying to get her.
Yeah.
And so I think that's my only little rebuttal with that. And I'm coming from a man's side.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Like I would definitely want my person to be my friend as well. But the problem is when you cross the line of I want you.
Okay.
I think a lot of men will state that they want you and still treat you like a friend. You know what I mean? So if the purpose of you being here is to be my friend and to get to know me first, let that be that. But it's a difference in dating someone.
If we dating, then
I feel like you have to, you're dating me, trying to be my friend, trying to get to know me, but the interest of the attraction is still there. You and her been knowing each other since middle school. So that dynamic that you were in is different. You know,
That's
like y'all
true.
were
That's
friends.
true.
And so then it gradually got into something else. But dating is like, I do like you. I don't expect a man to jump on it and be like, I'm in love. But like, if you're trying to get to know me, you got to make time to be able to do that. You have to be able to plan things, to be able to be around me. Like my schedule is crazy. I can't say that it's not. It's been a problem in multiple different situations. But like, if you genuinely want me and I'm genuinely interested in you do as well, like I'm going to make that time. But as a man, because of how I was raised, initially you need to step it up. I'm not one that won't do things for the man that I'm with. Like I'll plan dates too, but initially it's gonna have to be you. Then after I see like, you know, who you are, again, who you are, how you do things, like I don't have a problem doing the same for you. So I don't disagree with that. I don't feel like you should just like jump in, but in the dynamic of dating, if I see you and I'm attracted to you, I want to be your friend, but I'm not just trying to be your friend.
Right. I see what you're saying.
You know?
Absolutely. I agree. I agree 100%.
I'm just curious. So you being an entrepreneur, I'm curious about the whole stereotype right now. Right now, it's kind of like I want to say a gender war, right? Men versus women, especially in our community, black men versus black women. The common comments that we hear is women are too masculine. We play the role of the man. I can't get with a woman that is masculine, or I can't get with a nigga unless he makes six figures. Like that's a common thing. Like a lot of people make six figures in this world. Is that shit true? Is that real, or is this just social media? Like amongst your circle of friends, do you hear those narratives?
Oh yeah, I hate them.
Oh,
I don't really. It makes me sick.
Wow.
You know, like it's really, especially the 6-figure part. The amount of men and women that make 6 figures is very, 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 very,
small percentage.
Very small. And my brother is very successful. I have an older brother. His name is Channing Chamberlain. 20 buy houses. Shout out. Okay. Shout out. Is very successful, and he has always told me, like, when you start messing with men that have a certain amount of money, not saying they can't love you, but there's a certain level of things that you have to deal with because of the way that their mental is, you know, not saying that they won't be good to you, but you have to understand you ain't gonna be the priority. Like you're not gonna be the one that they can't be up underneath you all day. You know what I mean? But for a lot of my friends, I need to be taken care of. I've literally been thinking about, like, for the past 2-3 weeks, if women would stop trying to put the same energy, I'll say, if they stop putting the same energy into finding a man that has 6 figures and focused on themselves and became the 6 figures for themselves, you wouldn't even be worried about it.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of women, like, we don't have, we ain't gonna say we, but we as women don't have, we don't have work ethic no more. Like, we're literally, our daily thing for a lot of women, not saying all, but a lot of women is to find someone to take care of them financially.
Right.
Damn.
I'm just letting it cook, bro.
And not to take care of themselves financially. Yeah. Like, even the idea of, like, I don't need a man. I don't feel like
that's crazy. My
brother had to check us on that. Because my mom was like, y'all don't need no man. Like, y'all can ball by yourself. I do feel like I need a man. Yeah. There are things that a man can do for me that I will never be able to do for myself.
Right.
Like, a good man. We're talking about a good man.
A good man, yes.
But I think when women say that, it comes from trauma. It comes from hurt. It comes from being let down.
Yeah.
When if I ever say I don't need a man, my life is not going to fall apart if you leave.
Right.
I think that is the only side of I don't need a man that should ever come out of a woman's mouth. Right. Yeah. Like, you do need one.
Yeah.
You do need one.
Designed,
God created man and woman. Like, if you believe, you know what I mean? Like, you do need one. Like, to be whole, to be complete. But should your life fall apart if that man steps?
No.
No.
Yeah. And see, but what you're saying, I'm sorry,
that's
I know,
real. That's game. That's
good, bro. It's what you real. I like what you said. You said a lot of women that say they don't need a man is trauma, right? If I watch my mama go crazy by herself, raising me, my brother, my sister, and my other brother, without a man, she's gonna grow up like, I don't need no man.
But you do. Your mama needed one.
She needed one.
That's why she was going crazy.
Yeah,
if you don't want to go crazy, then you kind of need one.
Exactly.
But the thing is a good one. That's the key. Is a good one.
And
I feel like we accept whatever.
Yeah.
And we settle for whatever. The act of being lonely. Right. People get in relationships and you get trapped by some things.
And that's why I'm happy. That's why I'm happy with the content that you had. Because I know we started the conversation off with, man, you're kind of so mellow and chill, but you kept the same energy when you were talking about your dating process and you being single, not having kids. It's like some people have to learn to be in your process that you're in right now. Yeah. It's not about, some people have a man, some people have been with the same person for 10 plus years and they've never been happy. Yeah, you don't want that. That's not what you were, that no one deserves or, so some people need to learn that it's okay to be going through your process and like, BJ said, what that looks like. You know what that relationship looks like.
But you also have to give yourself time to learn what that looks like. Yeah. Staying with someone, I was in a relationship for 4 years. I was miserable. For 4 years, but that's all I ever knew. Yeah. Like, I went to high school. I didn't have sexual relations till I was in college. Right. I didn't do anything with nobody. This was the first man that I was with. And that's all I thought. You know what I mean? So, like, when you talk about females that are with somebody for 10 years and you could have dated them when you were in college. And then as an adult, we have our little relationships in high school or whatever. But as an adult, this is the only thing you know. Yeah. And whenever you have a man that is controlling, it ain't gonna get no better than me. It ain't gonna get no better than me. And then you see the people around you that are also struggling with relationships and your foundation of, I got a great dad. I know what a man is supposed to do. But in our generation, it is a little rough, Yeah. And so when you surround yourself by people who also aren't getting treated right and you see, I might be getting treated a little better, you start to think like, I might as well just stay.
That you are in
I might as well just stay. Like, it's not miserable. Like, people thought we were great. You know what I mean? I used to stutter really bad with him and it just wasn't a good setup, and I thought that was as good as it was going to get until I got out. Yeah. Until you get out and you see, again, your relationship with God is so important. Yes, praying to God, asking for healing in those relationships. You have to be able, the dating process, even though we say like, you don't want to be a homie hopper. Oklahoma small, if we talking about it, like everybody gonna know everybody. Everybody gonna know something. And so, like, of course, being careful. Like, you can date, don't do too much. You know what I mean? Be free to date. Don't do too much while you're dating. Yeah. But so you have the ability to see what you like. But you got to. Yeah. You got to be able to see.
This is a powerful moment right now. Because I think social media has really dampened the dating process heavily. Like, someone like Makayla, she's got a strong following on Instagram, hella fly, hella graceful. Your business is flourishing. You seem, from the outside looking in, though, from a single man that's, let's say he's a good man, believes in God, got good morals. Let's say he, makes $50,000, $60,000 a year, and he feels like you would be unapproachable to him because he don't know you.
Ooh,
I'm telling you, bro, I promise you.
And I look mean.
What I'm saying is,
I get told I look mean all the time.
From the outside looking in, you are a higher tiered woman. You're on a very high tier. And so there could be a bunch of good men out there because they just don't know you. They can't sit down and have a conversation like this right here to get to know you.
Yeah.
Whether that's insecurity or confidence or just honestly, like I said, the social media epidemic of dating to where they follow you. They think, okay, now I'm her friend. Okay, this is her because I'm just looking and following her. She's hella busy.
What J. Cole say?
What he say?
Fell in love with
photographs. Yeah.
I don't even
know your name. That's real because what I'm saying is though, he could be like, oh, she got, 10, 12 niggas lined up. I ain't gonna waste my time. But really, in actuality, you're a humble chick from New York City, just finding her way and actually knows what a good man is. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you, it's a bunch of women in her shoes that are hella successful, beautiful women that are just, you're kept away from a certain channel of good men because they think they know you when they really don't.
And that's the problem, though. That's the men's fault because
that is.
He's not, in my eyes, he's not ready.
Social media and just society's fault, bro.
But he's not ready either, though. You know what I mean? Because once he
the women's fault too.
But once he finally dates her, once he finally dates her, say that insecure dude finally does his, I'm gonna shoot my shot, and they go on the date. Well, he probably gonna be, scared of her success and her schedule too.
Well, if he was able to go and establish a date, I feel like a good man that knows what he's talking about is gonna be okay. I'm saying unapproachable, like. He follows her on Instagram, and then let's say he sees her at Crest. That's Makayla from Instagram. He already got this perceived notion.
Well, what I'm saying is a good man that knows what he's talking about is not going to let Instagram stop him from
If he got his stuff together and he know what it is,
he's standing on business.
Is he standing on business?
You gotta be cute to get through that door.
Yeah. So I think, like I said, I think the right man, the good man, they will. They will. Because
I'm curious though. Like one thing, the gift we had, right, was being able. I remember, bro. I still remember this. I was like probably 8, 9. My dad and his wife at the time, Jennifer. We went to New Mexico for our family reunion. Yeah. Right. It was that side. It was all Hispanic side. And they was dancing and stuff, right?
What is that?
They were dancing.
They was doing their thing. But like it was like a family, Hispanics, they doing their sauce and all that. And my dad,
that was a bad sausage. You're gonna see it again on camera. It's crazy. Go ahead.
But my dad, bro, I was shy, bro. I was a little shy, especially with attractive women. And he was like, hey, you see that? She's sitting down. Go ask her to dance.
My dad did the same stuff,
like,
bro.
No.
Right.
He was like, man, go ask her to dance.
Right.
Man, I tell you, it took me like 30 minutes, bro.
You went out there, though.
Go over there, and I said, hi. Will you dance with me? And she's probably like 18. I'm like 10, bro.
Yeah.
Of course, she's gonna say yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it was a different mentality.
Like, dusty.
But it was a different mentality, right? Like, hey, you go talk to her. Don't write her a note saying, hey, can we dance?
As a parents, now that we have kids, because my dad, bro, anytime my dad saw
yes, that's what the problem is now, bro.
I've never been through that. Well, my situation didn't have my dad.
But you have brothers as well. And
I had cousins.
My
older cousins.
Bro, go talk to her.
Go do
that.
Hey,
my older cousins would. Yeah, my older cousins.
That's embarrassing.
It's very embarrassing.
But
it's
that's
extremely
what we go through.
embarrassing.
It's like, hey, bro, is that the girl you said was cute?
Yeah, they yelling, they pushing you, they pushing your back. Like, go talk to them. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but I think the difference is now is like us, we are used to actually verbally talking to girls.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
like J. Cole said, he said, I wonder if you follow back, hope I can see you one day or talk to you one day or whatever.
Right.
And like, Makayla, for you, as you growing up with old school type of parents
and tendencies,
would you much rather a DM?
Excuse me.
Or somebody that like just see you and like approach you and talk to you?
I would much rather approach and talk, but don't get out much. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anything wrong with DMing. Okay. I think there's things wrong with DMing and texting for a long period of time without initiating a date.
Something else. Yeah.
Initiating. You're just wasting time. Like if you see what you want, just like if you out in public, hey, let me A, B, and C. Next 2-3 days, y'all text, ask her to go somewhere. And for me, like, it doesn't even have to be anything crazy. Like, I love walking in the park. Scissortail Park, if y'all ain't never been, have y'all ever been to Scissortail Park is my spot. Like, I could go out there and walk. It's a little cold now. But I could go out there and walk for hours. Like, things like that.
Christmas lights out there.
They got paying attention.
Have you been to the Gathering Park yet in Tulsa?
There's none.
Plug it. Whoever's watching, if you want to shoot a shot at Makayla, man, the Gathering Park.
It's a good one.
I was going to say, she giving y'all game. I'm just saying.
Well, what I'm saying is, bro, she's really opening the door that
but this isn't just for her, I'm sure.
I think the expectation, again, it's kind of hard because we were just talking about Cheesecake Factory was a popular topic on there. For me, though, like this, I'm very relaxed, but I like things to where I can interact.
Yes.
I think it's so big for people to, let's go eat. You know, like, well, I'm sitting down with you.
And I'm eating.
And we're eating the whole time. Like, yeah, we can have conversation, but bro, let's go to an arcade. I would say, bro, last year I got that masculine part y'all talking about, that's me. I got to work on that.
No,
you
can't keep it. It's all right.
But like, let's go to an arcade. Or like, let's go walk to where we can have some type of interaction. Let's go to a museum where things are able to be talked about. Like, I'm not sitting in front of you. Oh, well, what do you like to do?
Yeah.
Oh, well, how was your day? You know, like, give me, I'm
get to moving.
Yeah, get to moving. Like, it, especially on the first date. Not saying I don't like to go and eat with my partner or anything like that. But like on that first date, get to know each other, get to see how people move and interact and flow together. Like, it's so much more than just spending money. And if the person that you're rocking with is needing you to spend money all the time, that's probably not the person that you want to be with in the first place. Unless that's what you like to do.
Exactly.
Some men like to,
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that. At this point, at this point, it sounds like anybody that's out there that's single, man, it sounds like you just need to know who you are. You need to know your type. There's women like Makayla, and then there's women like, you got to take me to, you know, the top-notch 5-star.
Take me to the top of them.
And then there's dudes that thrive off of doing that for their lady. You know what I mean? So there are dudes out there that are looking and that are happy with the woman that likes to be, what's the word? What is it? Courts that way or whatever. So courted that way. And so I think it's just, you got to find out who you are and find out what fits for you, because everybody's relationship is different. And but for me, it's like, let's get to know each other. Let's go get some ice cream. Let's go walk at the park. Let's go walk at the park. Let's go, something's just us two.
Keep that ongoing. I'm going to give y'all some dates. Go like, around Christmas time. They got stuff at the Botanical Gardens right now. To where you can just walk around. They have at Scissortail Park, they have different Christmas like night walks that you can go to. They have hot chocolate out there. They have s'mores machines out there. Like, it's just cute little
things.
Automobile alley.
Let's team up.
And that's a good way. That's also a good way to see if this guy will be willing to do active things with you.
Because the thing that's gonna die down. Like when y'all together long term, y'all not about to be going out to eat. Like to show up how you are long term. You know what I mean? I think that's where a lot of people like fall out. This is how you treated me at the very beginning, and you were not able to sustain that type of activity. So if I like you, I like you. If I don't, I don't.
Because we've been taught kind of how to put on our interview face and our interview attitude or whatever, and
being who we think she wants us
to be, and not being who you are.
I don't even tell people what I like in a man no more. Like, what are you looking for in a man?
Be you.
Be you. If I like it, I like it, because the thing is, when you give a man a game on what you like,
that's all.
Now he's just a game.
He can tailor who he is
to
lost. That.
He's lost. He'll be lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's big.
It's not gonna feel natural. So stop giving them what you want. Yeah. Just let them show up how they are.
I mean, and that's the same thing for men too. Like, we gotta stop that. Again, it was BJ. BJ was like, the best game is no game. Like, just be yourself, and if she like you for who you like, people
That's
can feel
what you
that
want.
shit because like you're saying, that shit's gonna. It's so hard, and we see this with celebrities, like rappers. Like it's so hard to sustain
An image.
an image that you're not for a long period
You
of
can
time.
feel it.
Yeah, you can.
You're miserable. Like your soul is rejecting it. That's how I feel. Like your soul is rejecting it. You're not happy. And then you're looking for your partner, your lifetime partner. You're gonna be miserable for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
For the rest of your life.
Yeah. That's heavy.
Wow.
Sheesh.
So as a businesswoman now, like what are some of the challenges that you face like in the business, like as far as getting your own building and being successful in that manner?
So in my situation, I'm definitely blessed. Like I said, my brother is a real estate investor. And so when I was searching for a building, I was looking at a couple of different shops, a couple of different locations. I always knew I wanted to own my own. Didn't really know when or where, anything like that. But whenever I would go look at a shop and they would tell me what their booth rent is, I'm going to look at how much they're renting out that space for. And so like if my rent off one person is going to cover your whole thing, it's probably not. It's a business, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my brother bought a commercial building and he had a space that opened up in it. And I took it. People be like, oh, you wear me? No, he still be taxing. You know what I'm saying? Not taxing like, you know, it could be worse, you know what I mean? But he charges me the amount that the last person was in there for. But it's big for me to keep everything in the family. Like I think a lot of people are in competition, you know, with their own family, especially in the Black community. You're always trying to one up.
That's crazy.
And my family has always been really big on like, we're trying to be there together. You know what I mean? I could have very easily went to a different barbershop. I've had people message me asking me to come to their spaces, and I think they're dope. You know, I think that the barbershops, the people, I met a lot more people since I've been in my shop. Really good people. And I could see like, oh, y'all cool. Like I could be there. But for me, it made more sense to go where I am now. And I wanted something like, we've been there.
Yeah.
I wanted a place that didn't look like every other Black barbershop. Like most Black barbershops, Black salon is a little strip, not a hole in the wall, but a sports theme type of vibe. I wanted something that looks like, I want something that looks like the white people places. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like a little, a little up to date type of thing. Like I wanted to have a lot of male clients. I feel like my male clients deserve to be, and it's not like huge, you know, but it's the way I designed it. Is something different that we don't really, you know, have here.
What was your process in like, as far as like, in more in the aspect of like talking with God? I know you say you're real close with God. Your patience. How everybody, a lot of us, I can speak for myself as well, want that instant like, I've been working on this for 5 months. How come shit ain't working out yet? You know what I'm saying? What was the patience like to get to where you was? Or where you are?
It was a long time. I got my cosmetology license when I was in high school. I went to Middale Tech. I was at Midwest City. And did that and still felt like, you know, they pounded on us so heavy. Go to college. You know what I mean? Like, go to college, go to college, go to college. Like, I knew I loved doing hair when I was in cosmetology school. Not what they had us learning, but I would literally, like, cheat low-key. Like, go behind and do locks and do braids after I get done with my work. And
you do locks too?
I've seen
She's tough.
She's tough. You need it, my boy. No, I'm just kidding. No, it looks good. I like the natural look. But but they pounded on us like, go to college, go to college, go to college. So I went, and I'm grateful for that experience, for the fact of the people that I met and how it's plugged me into other people. And being connected to be able to do their hair and their friends' hair. Like that was, I feel like, what my purpose of going to college was, so that my clientele and the people that I know could be who they are. I'll never tell nobody to go to college. Get a trade, especially when we talk about debt, you know? So that, and then COVID hit. I moved back home, graduated, and I worked from home for a long time, like 2 years in my room. And it bothered me, you know? It bothered me to have people. I loved it because I had no bills. I'll say that. Like there was no bills, but that, people ask me all the time, like, you don't use your degree? This all you do? You know what I mean? Like throwing shots, not really knowing what was going on or like how much money I was making or like what it was providing for me or my goals or anything like that. But don't you got a degree? Then you graduate? And I was like, yeah. You know, I'm like, dang, why am I here? And then I'm like, you know why you're here. Like I set it up to be there until I reached a certain amount.
When you had that realization, how long was you hearing and like listening to that?
From what?
Other people.
How long did it bother me?
For you, like, when did it click? Like, you know what? You know why you're here. Fuck what they talking about.
It would bother me every time.
Yeah.
It was like a reminder of like, again, in the Black community, you was supposed to be at your mom and daddy's house by the time you 18. Yeah. I'm 25. I just moved out when I was 25. And so like that bothered me alone, like living in my parents' house and then you doing hair in your parents' house. Even though I was doing it at probably a different level than what people thought, every time they would say something, it made me question myself. And then I had to go to God and be like, no, God, like we here for a reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know why, you know, like, and I would calm down, you know, but every time.
That's the most important voice to listen to, though. That's right. Like, the older I get, the more I know I need God. You know, no matter how perfect things are going or no matter how bad things are going, that's the most important. Over mama's voice, over your significant other's voice, God's voice is the most important voice to hear. The most important. For sure. That's right.
Yeah, and so, like, I feel like he told me when it was time to move. We looked at a couple of different locations for me to be in, and my goal this year was to stop saying no. Like, I would say no to so many. Like, I would not be here if my goal this year was... Come on, we got you. I wouldn't be here right now. Because I always, like, ran away from things, you know, different opportunities I had, different things, people asking me to do things. Like, I was always so scared to move because I feel like the foundation that my family has set for me has been so good. I was scared to mess it up. You know, I was scared even when me and God set this certain goal, when I get this, I'm gonna move out. I'm gonna get a shop. I'm gonna do this. When that goal hit, I'm like, God, you sure, bro? Like that's how I talk to God. Like, God, bro, you sure? Like, we good? Like, you cool? And it just took a long time, you know. And when I told God, like, this year I'm done saying no, that's when he started moving.
And I went through a silly phase to where I felt like I was scared to fail God. I felt like if I didn't succeed in a sense, God's grace was going to change. Like you know, like he hasn't been there for my entire life. You know, I think that's all natural. Even as a believer, that's a natural feeling to be scared to fail, not knowing, even though we know and we hear that God has made us and formed us into something more than something that we can't even fathom. You know what I mean? We're able to do whatever we want to do. You know what I mean? So I've definitely been through that myself and experienced that too. So.
Yeah, I would just say whenever he gave me my yes, and a lot of my yeses came through like financial yeses. It was more like we was in communication, like, is this okay? Because that's the thing too, like, I don't feel like I got here by myself, you know. And so like communicating with God, it was like, dang, God, you keep giving me surpluses. Like, dang, if I don't move on the things that I said I was gonna move on, you're gonna take them away. You know what I mean? Because I'm not moving on faith no more. I'm moving out of fear. And so when the opportunities came up, I was terrified. I can't even say like, oh, I got to a point and I was like, this is the time. It wasn't no time. And I always looked at things to where people would be like, you just got to do it scared, do it full of fear, do it without knowing what's going to happen. And that's literally, and I was like, I don't know about that. Like, you going to know when it's time to move. Like, nah, I didn't know. I just had to say yes. And if it didn't work out, like, didn't work out. You know, I don't have a period of time where it's like, I'm here and I'm here. Everything that happened this year for me is like, this all happened in a year. And a year to where it was like, I said I wasn't going to say no, but I didn't say what I was going to say yes to. You know?
And that's good. And that's like the growth process is like earlier you said, you know, I know, you know, I've been having a lot of success, but then I also know that a lot of things can, like, you know, get taken away. And like now, like, and I'm sure you're on the same movement just from how you're talking. Now, my next step for myself too is like, not being worried about it being taken away, because I'm like, whatever it is, God has created this situation for greatness, you know. And I know everyone's heard the saying, all good things must come to an end. Well, a lot of times, and when in our faith, the way God pushes us, good things must come to an end so greater things can happen. That's big. You know what I mean? So this is beautiful, man. It's a lot of game,
I do want to say though, Trev, I know I feel like you haven't got to speak.
I'm fine, bro. This is good.
Okay.
This is good.
At the beginning of this, right, when the statement was said, you need to be more excited, right?
Yeah.
See, part of me is like we're talking about, bro, is, you know, you gotta treat the highs like the lows, right? And that's why, like, I feel like that's a very, like, evolved way, like, of you. But it makes sense now, everything that you went through and with your business, with your life, I'm sure. But it's more so business is like the highs can come to an end, and the lows can always come to an end.
Yeah.
So, like you said, I think being grateful is more important than being excited.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's when you're just grateful for it, I think that it's a sense of gratitude, and like as like your kids, right? You give them an avocado for Christmas and they're grateful for it. Oh my God, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the conversation you got with God, but thank you, you know, and nothing else matters. Versus, oh my God, this is the best present I ever had.
It's so exciting.
It's so excited. And then next year, daddy got laid off. Mama is going through this. We can't get you no gifts.
And now you're sad.
And now you're sad because you glorify this high moment.
Yeah,
so
I feel like
much.
some of that excitement comes from like wanting other people to see it. Like whenever you get something, like say you get a new pair of shoes, you excited for them pair of shoes because you ready to put them on. So people like, hey, bro, them shoes is cold, you know? Them shoes is cold. But the grateful level is like, dang, you know, like we really here, you know? Like sometimes I walk into the shop and I just be like,
thank you.
Thank you. And it's like, why you not more? My parents be getting on my head about it all the time, but it's like, I am excited. Yeah. But it's work. Yeah. It's not like, it's not done. And I don't feel like this is where I'm gonna stop. I am excited. I am happy about it, but I'm more grateful.
Yeah. Well, when you work for something, like you really work hard, like you're saying, you've had to struggle, you've had to pray. I mean, you've had nights where you may have questioned it. When you work for something and it happens, you ain't all excited like it was a surprise. Yeah.
We here. We got here.
Like, we better have it. You know,
this ain't no gift. This ain't no gift to me.
Jordan, after the finals interviews, post-game interviews, bro, he got a cigar. He's chilling.
He's chilling.
He ain't all turned up. This nigga, like, when you put in the work,
like,
you like,
I expected this to happen.
Yeah, it's not a surprise.
I mean, like, if you got the faith, we preach on faith. If you got that faith, then what are you excited about? Because you knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
That's a full circle moment in a podcast. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, shout out to Possibility Studio. We are shooting this podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We went to a dinner here, and for Thanksgiving, it was a pre-Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
A great experience. Possibilities as a whole, right? A nonprofit organization. We haven't got into depth on what Possibilities is, but you know, shout out to Santiago on the boards. He kind of was just like, you know, going deeper into it, like, yeah, this is a community. If you want to do something, you don't know how to do it. This is the place to come and bring that charitable nonprofit work to life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And hearing all these people like Purpose, right? I'm not sure if the Purpose is doing hair, but think about, we go to barbershops, right? Bert been cutting my hair for the longest. But
you got a Bert?
No, I used to.
Oh, okay.
I used to.
You had to put
not no more. But you think about the conversations that happen. You think about Bert. I know back to school haircuts. You know, giving the kids free haircuts to go back to school, let you feel good. Yeah. Like there's purpose in the stuff we do, and doing hair. I could see it being the same. Like
service.
It's service. You're doing somebody's hair. Like think of back then, right? Not slaves, right? They used to do hair. Like that was a thing. Doing your hair, showing people how to escape slavery in the way you did the braids. You know what I'm saying?
That's heavy.
And one, it's like somebody's hair, like that's their story in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And like you're improving on that story, or you're feeling that story. I don't know how sentimental it is doing hair, but you see how some kids or some people come in and then how they leave. I see lock transformations all the time. And like You like, damn, they must have been going through something to let their hair get the way it is.
My auntie used to say, she used to do hair, and she used to say she can tell how stressed out some people were by the texture or just feeling their hair, just something about touching them.
Because what you put in your body comes through your hair, your
the
nails,
texture, the smell, the condition.
You can tell,
Like when we talk about full circle this year, I got to realize that it's full circle for me too. Like how you talk about it's the relationship, the relationship that you build with your clients. And for me in school, I wanted to be a counselor. I didn't want to go to school to be no counselor for 4 more years after I was done. I'm a counselor every day.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Because you take about 5 hours, 3 hours,
and I talk. And some of the conversations, I don't have anybody in there with me right now. I think I was talking to you about this whenever y'all come. It's like the conversations that I have with my clients, I couldn't have that in a huge barbershop.
That's
like
real.
some of my clients have cried. Some of them have texted me afterwards. I cry in there. Like we cry together in there. You know what I'm saying? So the vulnerability side of it. And I get poured into too. When you're a counselor, I have to look at some days I need help. Some days I ain't got nothing to say to you, boy. Like I need your help, you know? And if I was a counselor, God's like, how you be providing the help, you wouldn't get your cup poured into, you'd be consistently pouring out and have to find that somewhere else. And so in this situation, I get the help I need and I hope that I can, provide that as well.
I was going to say, to that point, bro, it's heavy because God knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
If you were a counselor, you have to, cross battles of in-network, out-of-network, insurance. People wouldn't be able to come see you. You're not as accessible as you are as a hairdresser. You can be anybody out the street and need a hair done. You don't got to go through hoops and hoarders to get to
You can't tell me what I can and can't say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There ain't no boundaries. If I mess up, my bad. This ain't the service you came here for. Anyway, this is extra. If you like your hair, you good. You good. Like, it's been really good, full circle. And then there's a program called Cut It Forward that's really dope that I went to a meeting for. And again, another full circle. My thing has been really big for like community work. Yeah. And they came into my shop. The program is amazing. The things that I learned about it, I feel like God touching every avenue that I thought I was missing out on by not using that degree. He's touched every single last one of them. So I definitely say, like, do what you feel that you're passionate about. If you feel like it's approved by God, and be patient. Because I questioned it and then boom. Questioned again and then boom. It's a full circle thing. When you're moving, so sometimes I do question if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But when moments like that happen, when people come in there and they break down, I'm like, we here for what we here for.
The purpose come out anyway, no matter what.
It comes out regardless where you're supposed to.
So my son's already said he wants to come back, by the way.
He's so sweet.
That's so big, bro.
He wants you to cut his hair off, is what he told me.
Well, his mama going, nah.
I was like, we're gonna wait for that, son. I did tell him Dion in the spring he's getting the
I just convinced Josh 2 weeks ago.
In the spring he's getting the fade.
Yeah.
I already said
He said he wants it. I mean, who are we?
I found him with scissors the other day trying to cut his hair.
Oh, he's telling you.
You ready for it. You ready for it.
Yeah, man. Makayla, it's great having you. I don't want it to end, but an hour went by fast. And you see, bro, and this is
God
like
is moving.
Like you're talking about, like, we got to talk. Me and Carrie, when we have long drives, of course, this is, I agree on that list. Do not take no girl on the first date on a 3-hour drive. I feel like that's kind of scary.
Where we going? We about to hide.
Exactly.
There's a whole bunch of trees going to Texas. Y'all know that little road with the rocks.
The Arbuckle. But
you too far in.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like, turn off the radio and like dive into your partner's mind.
That's big.
Yeah.
One, it make the drive way faster.
It does.
My God.
It does.
But two, it's like, there's so much I done learned about Carrie just on that road trip. We used to come from Houston here all the time.
Yeah.
Bro, 5-6 hours, bro. You learn some shit. Listen to music. You listen to 6 albums in that trip.
Day.
But like, listen to an album like, hey, let's talk, or listen to a pod. Hey, pause it. You know how many times we pause a podcast
to chop it up
about it? And so, like,
it's important when you have little ones too, because you don't have as much time to talk to your partner. When you have the little kids,
kids sleep, talk to you.
Yeah, but I mean, and then
that's intimacy.
You think about what you do now, it's just gonna translate, right? Like, this dude at my job said, "Man, I'm raising 90s babies," and he said, "So ain't no iPad, ain't no tablets in the car. Look out the window, join in conversation." I know for us in our community, it's be seen, not heard, or this grown folks business. But no, my car, I would hope. My car is, we going to Houston.
We all chopping it up.
Everybody chopping it up. You tell me what you think about this. Cause
ABC game, all that.
Yeah, we played 21 questions.
ABC game is that's a good game right there.
Yeah.
But
not to write this down in my one day, I'm going to be a parent, but I
Bad boy talk parenthood and all that.
It was great having you. Like,
it's been great.
A lot of times, one of the biggest critiques we got is we need a woman's perspective.
God, we hear that all the time because it's all niggas. You know?
Now, I will say, though, a lot of stuff she was saying and stuff we agree with. You know what I'm saying? But
we ain't got to argue. We ain't got to argue.
We got to point it out.
But, I mean, it was good. And like I said, you're a very evolved, like, human being. Like, there's some stuff you're saying, like, you done put me on game about some things, you know. I mean, this podcast at the end of the day is a business. Not saying it lets us know we on the right track too. Seeing where you are now.
Yeah.
You know, this podcast, I can speak for myself, but I think I can speak for y'all too. It's something we really love to do. And, part of our purpose, like, is there's young men watching. Hopefully now you'll bring some women into the audience to see, like, to give a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will hope my daughter will watch this episode whenever she's old enough and is curious.
And take something away from it.
Yeah. And so, like, it's touching lives really is the big thing. I love this podcast. I love you,
sure. I love you too, man, brother. Yeah, man. I'm trying to help somebody. That's it.
That's it, bro. And, you know, it's service, right? I feel like all of our purpose on this planet is to serve.
Yeah.
And if everybody thought the same thing, everybody's serving everybody.
Yeah, everybody full.
You know? So, Makayla, we appreciate you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Can you plug yourself one more time? What's your IG?
You got your address. You can get your phone.
Let me pull out
Get your so we want to hear your IG for your personal and your IG for your business. What is it, Hair by Mac?
Yes. So my hair page is HAIRMAKD Hair Macked. And then my personal Instagram is Makayla Marquette, MAKAYLAMARQUETTE.
There we go.
Yeah, we got a job for you, man. We might have to have you on the intro saying something that was real smooth. We need to get you on the track.
A little razzle dazzle.
Yeah, but man, it was an honor, man.
Thank you.
It was really good. This was really good. Trevin, where can they find us, brother?
You can find us at YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, leave a comment. You can also find us on any podcast store that you listen to. Put somebody on.
Here we go.
Yeah. Put a woman on. Put a woman on for this episode. And our last 3 episodes, we've been having the queens on.
Yeah, we
had my wife on.
Yeah.
Josh. We gotta have Carrie on next.
Carrie's next.
Carrie, we got a good topic.
Praise God.
We got a good topic.
Yeah, we got the good feminine energy going on.
I think we're doing a good job. And it's needed, bro. It's needed. Like, I'll stand on this, bro. Men need women friends. Women need male friends.
Amen.
We get, Trev, bro, we dudes at the end of the day. So there's some shit that we say that's probably wrong as hell.
I ain't gonna lie. And I stand on it.
That'd be so wrong.
I'm okay with being wrong.
Me too.
That's the problem.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all are here, to listen and understand, which is good.
Yeah.
Most of them not.
There you go. What's the address? You got the address for
the address is terrible. I don't know my own address.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's 5710 East Reno Ave, Suite B, the Chosen Few Hair Studio.
Praise God.
In the dub.
In the dub. Yo.
Eli, bro, how can they get in contact with us?
clearvisionpod@gmail.com. If you out here, you're a lady, and you're like, these niggas ain't it these days. You know, give us your story, man. Give us we want both. We want a good dating experience and a terrible dating experience.
And we've all had both.
We've all had it, you know. So hit us up, clearvisionpod@gmail.com. Let us know how you feeling, man. Let us know if you want to be on the pod. Give us a topic.
There we go.
We rolling, man.
Or DM us on Instagram.
Or DM, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. YouTube, this is a warning.
Uh-oh.
This is a warning. On YouTube, a lot of people comment on the videos on YouTube. If you want us to use that as a listen letter, just let us know, okay?
Yeah. Shout out to my sister. She went crazy on it.
She went crazy. Let us know.
I love it.
Yeah, facts.
Also, don't forget to follow us on our Instagram at ClearVisionPod. Like Eli said, DM it, or Trevin said, DM us on there. Also, $ ClearVisionPod. If you like what Makayla was talking about, if you don't like Makayla was talking about, go ahead and add that to the note with the paper. And so
I'm gonna come back and rebuttal.
There we go. So, man, again, Makayla, thank you for
thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
this was great.
For sure.
This was great.
And so, visionaries, thank y'all for tuning in.
This has its own magic.